And I guess another important thing, David, is you're being very proactive in the management of your landscape and your animals and your pasture, as opposed to, as we often can be, is reactive to the rain that didn't fall, reactive to, oh my God, that paddock's as bare as, we need to do something. So be preemptive and proactive.
Yeah, I think you can also, one of the things that happens in your mind when you get into this sort of management is you realise that you don't have no options or only one option. You've got a huge range of options. One of the options we've made use of a bit is, we used to be fixated on finishing all our animals and selling them as fats, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you can't necessarily do that all the time, and sometimes to achieve that goal you actually have to spend a lot of money, like trying to top them up with grain or good quality hay or whatever. So we don't do that at all. We say, right, this is a season when we can't finish animals, we're going to market them as stores, and often those unfinished animals, someone else wants to finish them, and they sometimes make more than per kilo than the fat market. So it's not a negative, but the main basis of it is, instead of looking at a production system to supply a particular market, which is fine when the season's perfectly normal, in these more difficult conditions you can take another option, and the reason you do it is because you're looking after the landscape. That's the big one, because at the end of 9 years of drought we didn't have to resow any pastures. All our pastures were still okay. We had increasing species everywhere. I mean, it was just so different to what we used to do in the past.
And we talked previously in another video about the rewards, I guess, the rewards for you as the business manager and the man on the land, and also the rewards for the landscape.
Yeah, I think that for me anyway, that's the big one. That you haven't dug a huge hole of debt. You don't have that to worry about. So not going into debt in a drought seems counterintuitive, but it is possible. We certainly did it. And I don't consider that we're clever at all. We've just learned a few things and gone through a process of decision making that comes up with a different result than what we used to get. And that, from a human point of view, is, I don't get depressed. I think everyone's got the capacity to get depressed, but I don't feel I'm a depressive sort of character. But I certainly felt under a lot of pressure when we were managing droughts previously in our former farming life. But now I'm just like everyone else. I'm concerned that it's not raining, but I'm feeling like I've got some tools to manage the disorder that's created by bad weather, and I feel like don't feel like I'm in control, but I feel like I've got a modicum of control that stops the pressure.
More in control than you might otherwise have been.
Exactly.